Hi, this is Neal from the Miami Herald. It's Charles Fishbein from Elite Scouting Services. We're going to talk a little FIU recruiting going into National Signing Day. Charles, how much did the loss of Donovan Thompson Sunday night as he flipped to Utah, how much did that hurt their recruiting class?
I definitely think when you're going into signing day, you want momentum, and somebody with that type of potential. Donovan was a leader of that team. I thought he was a big-time prospect, a Power 5 kid. FIU stole him, and then all of a sudden at the end, now they lose a player that we're going to count on next year.
So, as far as what's left of their class so far, can you tell us what you think of, say, a Elbray Gator out of Westminster Christian or Shakur Cooper out of Coral Gables?
Shakur Cooper is a kid that I've liked for the last couple of years. When he was a sophomore, a lot of people thought he'd be one of those Power 5, Miami, Florida State, kind of an undersized defensive end. He's going to probably have to move back to linebacker. He should have an impact right away because he can play so many positions. He can play special teams. He's a guy that I expect for them to do very well. Gator's another player that has been playing for the last couple of years. Anytime that you have a player that's been productive for 2 or 3 years in high school, you expect the same thing to happen in college.
And once again, they're getting a kid out of Booker T, Darius Scott, a wide receiver. What do you think of him? What do you think he can do at the next level?
Booker T's had so many of these type of players. You go back and you look at what Western Kentucky did this year, even with the Nicholas Norris. They need a guy like that could come in, give them a big play. They need those big plays on offense. He could do it also on special teams, punt returns, kick returns. I think Nicholas Norris is a kid that can make an impact as well next year.
They only have, out of Miami-Dade County, they have four kids, 3 every down players, and a kicker. Should they be getting more out of this county?
They've actually done well in other areas of the state. Surprisingly, they've done really well. They got Alex Magoo, who's from Tampa. They've done really well in Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. I don't think they have to be relegated to Dade and Broward County exclusively, but you would like to have them maybe have 8 to 10 players from down here instead of 4 or 5. But it's what they're going to have to deal with this year. They have gotten some pretty good players from around the state, though.
Okay, and what about Darius Phelps, running back out of Delray Beach Atlantic? What do you think of him and what he can bring to the program?
I think Darius is a player that can play on either side of the football. He may end up in the secondary. FIU's had that. They had a kid, Jasper, a couple years ago, played wide receiver in high school, moved over to defense. I think Darius is the type of player that can also end up at corner at the next level and play on either side of the football.
Okay. And we got a whole lot of wall-to-wall, all over the place coverage for you on National Signing Day. MiamiHerald.com, in print, Miami Herald, for those of you who like to go old school. And we'll be all over it. So come to us. It's Neal. Check you out later.